This is a dynamic report that you can filter with a single click. And if you work with data that needs to filter quickly, this is a must for you. Now, in this video, we are going to learn how to build this report and also the mechanism behind this report, how the entire mechanism works so that you can make any of your reports a dynamic one. So let's start the video. This is my raw data here that I have, and here are the three status that I have. And now I'm going to select this range, and I'm going to go to insert and click on the checkbox here, and it will instantly insert checkboxes to my selected range. And if you don't have these checkboxes, you can do one thing. You can go to the developer tab and click on insert, and from there you can add these checkboxes. But if you have these checkboxes in the insert tab, I suggest you to use these checkboxes. Again, I'll go to insert, click on checkboxes, and I have three checkboxes here. Now, if I select this checkbox cell here, and you can see when I check mark it, the value gets true, and when I uncheck it, the value is now false. So that's how this checkbox is changing the value within the cell according to the status of the checkbox. And now I'll also get these headings from here. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to apply a little bit of formatting. So I'll go to home tab, click on green color, and I'm going to add this border as well. So now my format is ready, and now let's write our formula. Now let's write our formula using the filter function. So I'll enter filter here, and for the array, which is the first argument, I'm going to go with the entire data that I have here for all the four columns. I have product name, category, stock price, and status. And then I'm going to move to the include argument. Now what I'll do, I'll use this Alt and Enter key to move to the next line so that I can write my formula in a well-structured way, because this is going to be a little lengthy formula. Now in the include argument, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a parenthesis, and I'm going to say this cell equals to true and close the parenthesis. So here I'm writing a condition that is testing if this cell has true or not. That means the checkbox is checkmarked or not. And along with this, I'm going to enter an asterisk and start one more parenthesis. And now I'm going to select this status column from here and adding one more condition, that is to test if the value is in stock or not. This is my first condition here. That's the first condition I'm testing. And now I'm going to add this plus sign, and I'm just going to copy it from here as it is. And again, I'm going to press Alt and Enter to move to a next line and paste it here. And let me just change these references from here from C3 to C4, and for B3 I'm going to say B4. Now I have reference to limited, and this is same here, but the reference to the stock status is changed and the checkbox is changed. Now I'm going to move down for the third condition. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to say C5 and B5. And I don't need this plus sign here. And now I'm going to close the include argument. You can see now I'm into the if empty argument, and I'm going to again press Alt and Enter. And here in the if empty argument, I am going to add a message or kind of a value that I want to get if there is no data for that particular status. So I'll say no data found. So that's how the entire formula is here for me. I'm going to close this formula and hit enter. Now I have in stock status because the checkbox is select for the in stock, and if I select limited, I get it for the limited, and if I just select for the out of stock, it's for the out of stock. And if there is no checkbox is selected or check marked, I get this message that says no data found. But here's the beauty of this filter. If I select two statuses, let's say limited and out of stock, I get data for both in my dynamic filter. Now let's understand this formula, and to understand it, we need to split it into two different parts. Now when I edit my formula, you can see here I have these three conditions which we are testing with our data, and within each these three conditions, we have further two conditions. And the main three conditions are joined with this plus sign, and the inside conditions are joined with the asterisk sign. Now what is happening here with the asterisk sign? It creates an AND logic. That means this condition needs to be true and this condition also needs to be true. So when I select this part and press F9, it says true because my checkbox is check marked here. And when I select this part and press F9, I get true, true and false here based on the status from this column. So first two values are in stock, and that's why I have true, true here for the first two values. And when I select this entire part here, the entire condition, and press F9, I get 1, 1 and then 0, 0 based on the status from the status column and also from the condition of the checkbox, if the checkbox is check marked or not. And that's how I'm getting this array. But if I select the second condition, which is for the limited, and press F9, this time I get 0, 0, no 1 value here, no 1 here. Even the third value here is limited. Now the reason is, again, I don't have this checkbox check marked. Now let's understand the idea behind the plus sign. If I just go back and check mark limited here and come back, and now let me just press F9 here. You can see here I have this 1, 1 for in stock, and if I select this one and press F9, I have this one where I have limited for the third value, the third status in the status column. Now when I use this addition sign, when I just select this entire part from here and we have this addition sign in between, when I press F9 again, now we have a combined array where we have one for two different statuses, that is in stock and limited, and 0 for the out of stock because that is the checkbox which is not check marked. Now using this array, the filter function will return data for both in stock and limited, and that's why we have this plus sign which creates the OR logic here. This one or even both. Make sure to check out this video on cleaning your data before building your reports, and I'll see you next week.